So what kind of appetite can we expect for Glencore in its stock in trade? Eugen Weinberg has specialized in the raw material markets more than 10 years now. He's head of commodities research at Commerzbank, joins me in the studio. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Good to see you. So Glencore they're sort of increasing their valuation, aren't they? They're going, compared to the price range that we had at the start of the month, we're looking at something at or above 530 pence. Does this upward revision come as something of a surprise to you, given the recent sell-off we saw in raw materials?
The timing of the IPO by Glencore, I think, has been chosen perfectly. And it's no surprise the Glencore guys are living up to their experience. They are also considered to be the most seasoned, the most experienced traders, so they have chosen probably the announcement of the IPO in April perfectly, and since then the commodity prices are heavily down. But still, I think that the investors looking for longer-term bull, and I believe that the commodities are still in a very long-term upward move. They might be looking also at the shares of the largest commodities trader.
Yeah, so I guess it's not going to affect demand for the stock from what you're saying. Does that mean that the commodities rally has further to go then, particularly in raw materials?
Yeah, I think that you've been hearing this mantra repeated by many commodity strategists as of recently. It's only a short-term sell-off, the longer-term bull is still in place. But I do believe that that's true, that we still have some weeks or even probably months in order to complete the correction from the too high expectations before, and the demand situation especially has changed to negative as of recently, with lower manufacturing and housing building activity in the US, with debt troubles or debt concerns in Europe, and also some demand destruction seen in Japan but also in North Africa. But I believe that the next leg of the bull run is still around the corner. It will not be probably coming so much from the demand, will not be so much demand driven, but we have forgotten probably...
Speculative.
No, we have forgotten about the other side of the supply demand, and we've forgotten about the supply side of the equation. And the supply, I'm really concerned about the supply of many raw materials, of metals, but also on agricultural commodities, adverse weather conditions.
Where do your concerns lie specifically?
Let's talk, for instance, about one commodity, about platinum. Around 80% of platinum is coming from South Africa, and you can imagine that with high energy costs, with mines becoming ever deeper, the costs are running high. Also, the rand is quite expensive, or used to be strong against dollar, so the costs in dollar are also increasing. So we will not see so much response from the supply side, should even the platinum prices go further and increase.
You said the second bull run on commodities is just around the corner. Which commodities are you talking about specifically? And when you say around the corner, how soon will we see the spike in prices? Talking about oil?
Yeah, also about oil. We're still up to run the correction. I still believe that the oil prices might correct towards $100. But again, when we're talking about oil, I see the response by the largest suppliers, by the OPEC, due to the higher financing needs also around the corner. So should the prices drop below $100, and
we've already seen that, haven't we?
And we'll see more of it.
So we could see a further correction in the price of oil.
Yeah, I think that we might see more because the demand is really reacting already to the prices, not only in the industrial world but also in the emerging countries like India, like China. The demand for oil seems to be at least slowing down. But I believe that the supply reaction will be even harsher. A
very quick one. You say the demand is still there, but there's also room for a further correction. Where do you see the price of oil as we reach the end of this year? How high?
At around $100, but not much below it.